What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna be reacting to TikTok was banned for no reason. We're gonna get straight into this video. I'm not gonna yap.
So it's officially official that the ByteDance owned company TikTok is gone from our phone.
Hold up.
I'm sorry. I gotta interrupt. So after the most excruciating 12 hours of pain that I have ever seen, TikTok is officially back. I was tired of scrolling through my old photos and deleting contacts. I'm not gonna lie. I needed something to procrastinate. I needed to use my time less wisely. Now I went ahead and recorded this video under the assumption that we were gonna go dark for much longer, but no. Thanks to President Trump's effort.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on this shit. I don't even talk about politics on here, bro. But oh my God, this is the dumbest. This is the dumbest, most PR shit I've ever seen. You can't even deny it, whether you like him or you hate him, bro. You know, they were trying to push this agenda mad hard, bro. Mad hard.
And that's just me reading what TikTok put out there. TikTok is back up and they are going through the process of restoring services around the US as we speak. Now, this is only a temporary thing because President Trump isn't fully in office and all these things were promises, and a plan has to be brought down because they're still taking our data, right? That should be the biggest concern. They're still taking our privacy and our freedoms and all these other.
And you know what? One, I don't give a fuck. Take whatever, bro. Take whatever. Who is not what data is there to track? If you have TikTok, you probably have Instagram, you probably have Facebook, or you probably have YouTube. Well, if you're watching this video, you have fucking YouTube. Like, there's a point to where it's like everybody's data is just out there, man. It's out there. It's easy to find stuff about everybody. If you have a smartphone, your information is out there. Everybody's got your shit. Now, what makes it different is, why would somebody want your data? You know, viewer watching this video. Why would they want your data? Why the fuck do they care about you? Why would they want my data? I ain't out here saying crazy shit. I'm just a normal ass motherfucker. So, I don't know, bro. It's like, I've never heard a valid reason to why TikTok should be banned. Like, an actual reason. I've never heard one.
Should be the main concern. So as it stands right now, I can finally go back and download my favorite sounds and favorite videos from the Clock app. And I'm genuinely excited. Like, I know I seem a little bit sarcastic here, but the ability to be back on a social media platform is, crazy as it sounds, it feels good. Not because I wanted to see people twerk or people do degenerate things, because that's not even what my feed persisted of. Just the idea generation, the creativity, the places to go eat, all the things that TikTok provided were really, really good to me and for me. And I'm not even talking about the financial aspect. I just mean from the aspect of having some sort of pseudo community that's on social media, you know, a place that I can build from was great. Now,
you know what oh shit, this is a bad pause.
I don't know what the future.
Okay. In the 12-ish hours that TikTok was gone, this is what I realized. You know how back in the day, when you wanted to figure out how to do something, you go on YouTube, you find an 8-minute video on how to do something, or like a 10-minute video on how to cook something. And then TikTok changed that. I was going snowboarding the day after TikTok got banned, right before it got banned. And my plan was to look up how to snowboard. I've never snowboarded before. My plan was My plan was how to snowboard, look it up on TikTok, figure it out in like 60 seconds, or watch a few videos, figure it out, and I'll be good. And the whole time that I was driving there, I realized that I never got the chance to look it up on TikTok, and I was not ready to watch a 10-minute video on YouTube on how to do it, bro. Luckily, just as we got through the gates, got our tickets, TikTok came back, and I was able to find the videos, bro. I was able to find it. I learned how to snowboard in like 3 minutes watching 4 different videos. TikTok is so convenient, man.
Holds, this could be something temporary, just something to soothe your stomach right now, but hopefully they find out some way to rectify the situation that doesn't have somebody that owns something sell 100% of it, because I guess that's the best case scenario at this point. But ultimately the app is back. But I will say, for the large majority, heed this warning about diversification. You need to diversify. Anything that you have can and will be taken away from you at this very moment. So for the creators that already started to migrate to Instagram, to Facebook, to YouTube, to X, to any other platform, I would go ahead and say continue those endeavors and go back to the Clock app. I know the Clock app is fun and it's something that blew up and you didn't think it would be there for a long time, but I saw way too many creators who were crying about the Clock app disappearing. Those are people that were making anywhere between $30 a month to $30,000 a month. It can go away at any time.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, back to the video. Just a few months ago, a lot of people thought that this would be some sort of fantasy, but the fantasy turned into reality fast for a lot of people scrolling on their favorite app just to see it not refresh, or being hit with a big old fat warning sticker that said, hey, come back later. Maybe not. And I know a lot of people didn't think that this situation would ever come to fruition, but the day of reckoning is here, and their platform of choice.
I thought they were, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were bluffing like a motherfucker, bro. You know how many, we've been hearing about TikTok getting banned for 4 years, going on 5 years now. TikTok's gonna get banned, TikTok's gonna get banned. This one, as it got closer, it started to feel more serious. Like, oh shit, this might actually go. Oh shit, this might actually go. But I always had faith that it was gonna be back. I never thought that TikTok was gonna be gone. I didn't think it was gonna be back in 12 hours. I thought maybe it would take 2-3 days. But I never thought it was gonna be gone.
Their platform to get their news, their information, their platform to Google, and hell, for a lot of people, their business platform is gone.
Really not fair that, like, they're banning TikTok, and I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen the video of the girl that made the Renegade dance.
How I'm gonna survive. This app was literally supposed to be my way out. So for everyone who's saying, go get a job, I am literally working. I have no more time. I work almost every day doing DoorDash, and DoorDash pays $2 a delivery. I Instacart. I have classes Monday through Thursday in person. I have been
If you laugh, you go into hell, I ain't gonna lie.
almost every day for 5 years, guys.
Government, I'm never forgiving you for this.
Forehead crazy. Forehead crazy. Yo, dog. Forehead is crazy. Alright, let me shut the fuck up. Well, you can put like 3 of your fingers on him. Alright. You can put like shit.
I'm not gonna trust you ever again because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood.
Now, obviously, there are people that sit on the same aisle as some of these creators that we just saw, and maybe not to the extremes that they are, but there are also people who sit on the opposite side that say they're good that TikTok is gone. It was a degenerate platform. People were tired of it anyway. But no matter what you believe, TikTok has undeniable facts surrounding it. It being down for a month is going to affect small businesses, whether it be the creators, the people that sell, I don't know, fans for the phones or whatever little knickknacks they have. Being down for a month is going to cause businesses an estimated $1.3 billion a month. And
in the first month? What the fuck? 1.3 billion for small businesses? Bro, I'm trying to tell you, TikTok is the meta. And people can talk about how it's destroying kids. Look, the truth is, kids are already bound to be destroyed. Whether it was TikTok or whether they go to a different app, kids were going to be destroyed anyways. The minute they get one of these, they're one step closer to being destroyed. So you can place the blame on TikTok because that's the biggest one. But they were going to find a place to rot their brains at. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like TikTok was going to get banned. They're like, oh man, I guess I'll go back to going outside. I guess I'll go to school. No, they're going to find another app to rot away on. So honestly, I think TikTok is more of a net positive than negative. But yeah.
Month is going to cost businesses an estimated $1.3 billion a month. And that's just small businesses. That doesn't take into account the big businesses or the creators that are also affected in it. Damn the privacy conversation, because we'll get into that in a second. But it's amazing to see that America would take away people's livelihood because they couldn't get it sold or whatever the case may be. And even if you thought it was a degenerate platform, how is that much more different than every other platform on social media? Like, it doesn't take a super brain to realize that being on social media has its downsides, but it also has its upsides, and that's something that people fail to mention when they have these conversations. Twitter is literally like race baity or full out racist brain rot relationship. It's a bunch of nonsensical mess on there. Instagram, I don't know what it's done since its baddie era, but let's not act like Instagram isn't responsible for the modern day body dysmorphia that a lot of people have in this society.
Facts.
YouTube, hey brother. Over here, I can't speak to it. It's a great app. But let's not act like all these platforms don't have their faults. And one of the shared faults that they all have seems to be the data privacy agreement. But I guess the difference is one is owned by an American company, so it's okay if they practice capitalism in selling their data. But when a Chinese company owns the data and possibly or possibly not doesn't do anything with it, that's when a problem arises.
And you know what's funny? TikTok's banned in China too. That's crazy.
I'm an attorney and I just got done listening to the Supreme Court hear the TikTok ban issue. I think the attorney arguing against the TikTok ban made some great points. He pointed out that if the US government is so concerned about Americans' privacy and the access to our data, then why is the government not also trying to ban apps like Shein and Temu, which collect essentially the same kind of data that TikTok collects? He used this to point out that the real issue here is the government trying to control free speech. Even Justice Sotomayor stated that she is concerned that this TikTok ban is trying to control speech, which is a huge problem for Americans. Another point the attorney made in arguing against the TikTok ban is that there have been government officials make statements like, oh, TikTok is a threat to democracy, it's gonna sway Americans' opinions, which again points out that the government, the US government, is trying to control speech.
I believe that data mining and data farming is a big deal in this country, but the point is that everybody's doing it. And if the US government really wanted to protect us, they would do a bunch of different actions, not just targeting one specific app. But here we are in the big 2025, and largely there are not a lot of laws and protections in place for people on the internet or in society to have their data protected by the US government. Hell, there's not a lot of laws and regulations around internet that protect the consumers anyway. But as we were made to believe, it was all about protecting the data. It was all about protecting Americans. Even as they went on camera, and I'm speaking about Congress at this point, and made a fool of themselves in an attempt to, I don't know, make the CEO of TikTok expose the deep, dark secrets behind the Clock app, the one that made the Renegade dance famous and all these other dances famous. They sat there and asked him silly question after silly question in an attempt for him to say, yeah, we're getting your data and we're selling it to the Communist Party in China, so hey, have at it. But ultimately what I left from those conversations was, oh, they think we're stupid.
Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation in
asking-
Singapore. No, I did not.
Do you have a Singaporean passport?
Yes, and I served my military for two and a half years in
Do
Singapore.
you have any other passports from any other nations?
No, Senator.
So after they got done sitting in our
That was the
faces there
dumbest
and
interview
biting-
I ever see. Bro, he had to tell that motherfucker he was Singaporean like 38 times, bro. That shit crazy.
And then Trump went back and forth in the media talking about who should and why it should be banned, why it shouldn't be banned, who's going to save it. Ultimately, Biden left it in the hands of Donald Trump to come into office and make a decision from there. And there's been some offers from the likes of Mr. Beast and Kai Cenat and Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, the dude from Shark Tank, to save the app. And they're placing a lot of the blame on TikTok, saying that TikTok is the one that's holding up things. TikTok is the one that's not allowing people to have their app or whatever the case may be. And every single second that TikTok is down, it's detrimental, which is true. But trying to paint this narrative that it's TikTok as the evildoer as opposed to the United States government, it's been an ongoing thing.
Crazy.
But all that led to the hour and day in which TikTok just did not exist anymore. A lot of people were scrolling on their platform, frantically trying to save their data. But ultimately, they did not wait until 12 midnight, which a lot of people thought they would. They got it popping at like 9.
That's what fucked me up, bro. I thought, okay, I'll have till 12. I can get my last few swipes in. I can save some shit. Because I was out somewhere. I was with my mom. So I wasn't going to be on my phone the whole time. And then I checked TikTok and it's gone. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, nah, this shit crazy, man.
9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which I thought was outrageous, because right before that we got an announcement that, hey, TikTok is not just the only thing going, CapCut is going too. And that platform that y'all said for a minute now, Lemon 8 to transition to, yeah, we're taking that too. And a couple other companies that were owned by ByteDance. ByteDance said, hey, if you want to silence us, be real, be truthful, and silence all of us, America. It's not just about the data at this point, right? Because you get the data from these other platforms. So we're going to go ahead and do you a favor. We're going to take away all of it. And I don't really care about those other apps. I think CapCut is the most interesting one though out of it. CapCut literally lets you become an editor off your phone. CapCut literally made people's careers. CapCut is a close second to TikTok in how powerful that piece of software is, and made editing and becoming a professional editor accessible to a bunch of different people. It even at one point overtook Premiere Pro as like the #1 most used editing platform. Now with TikTok and CapCut gone, this spells a lot of doom and gloom for the editors, the content creators, and the people that own small business. They're gonna have to do what people were saying that they should have been doing for so long ago, and that's diversify their platform.
And to the motherfucker that keep asking me, this what you gonna do when TikTok get banned, baby? I'd have been banned on this motherfucker several times. For the shit that comes out of my mouth. I'm a real ass bitch. They always trying to take me out. You don't think I ain't bad no motherfucking backup plan? I'm an entrepreneur. I got my own shit. The Bang Yang. Do y'all know how big the Bang Yang was? And I branded that shit. We official. We locked in. We set for life. We're good. We're wealthy. I also have other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And Facebook pays damn good. Like, I get paid just as much, like, as I do on here. So, like, you know, and I feel like any content creators that, you know, anywhere you need to be putting your content, you need to be going to Facebook. Like, Facebook really fucking pays. But it's like, yeah, y'all.
I
like,
can't get views on Facebook to save my fucking life.
I just been prepared for this kind of shit. Like, this shit done happened to me several times. Like, this ain't nothing new to me. Like, I done been banned before. So, I know how it feel to be without a page, without getting paid, getting kicked out of shit. I done been kicked out of the Creative Fund for a year. I still was around here making shit happen. Because what? I'm a boss-ass bitch. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
Now, some creators are finding success transitioning to different platforms, but a lot of people had their eggs in the only basket, which was TikTok, which I always thought was stupid. TikTok has been one of the lower monetization platforms, one of the least rewarding for the most views, one of the ones that had the most issues with the creator fund and banning and unbanning and how they get their views. It was super ultra specific. It was something that I would never have had put my eggs in the basket like 100% on. Sure, it was cool to boost your other platforms with it, but that's all it was really used for. And to pick up a little side check due to some like click the link in the bio type stuff. But, and I do feel sad for these people, but we've been screaming this from the mountaintops for a long time now. Diversify, branch out. And now people are gonna find it harder than ever to do just that, because I don't know if people realize there's not a platform like TikTok. They quickly tried to go to a platform called Red Note, but quickly found out that this is a Chinese app. This is not.
It is completely Chinese. I tried to be on that app. I couldn't understand shit. Everything was in Mandarin. I couldn't do it. I could not fucking do it.
An American app, because they started clapping accounts left, right, and sideways for bringing over the shenanigans and the tomfoolery. Even the LGBTQ community got Thanos snapped right off of that platform. And I know these people aren't gonna just transition over to Instagram or YouTube or Facebook so seamlessly, because if they could, they would have done it already. And they don't realize that the barrier of entry for those platforms is so much higher. There's a quality standard as opposed to a quantity standard on those platforms. You have to have some sort of editing ability, thumbnail making ability, title making ability for these things to get pushed into the algorithm. You have to do research, for real. It's not just, as a lot of content creators on the TikTok platform say, oh, just prop your phone up and start yapping. That can work for some people, but that's not the standard on YouTube. It seemed to be the standard on TikTok. That's why I think Kevin O'Leary was so weary about TikTok not being up, because every day that TikTok is down, more and more people are going to try to flood to other platforms, which then devalues the user base that TikTok has. Ultimately, that's how social media life in this world works. While we have a moment to pause and say this is detrimental, etc., the world keeps moving. Content continues to be created. There are tweets that keep tweeting, YouTube videos that keep getting uploaded, and people just move on. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard enough. We don't gotta finish off this video. I heard enough. Yeah, TikTok is back, buddy. TikTok is motherfucking back. If you don't know, if you don't follow me on TikTok, it's Prodigy, the DA, not the Rage God, and I'll be posting over there. So be holla at your boy, you know what I'm saying?